Let's get it. DJ Simply 201 at DJ Simply 201. Here we are. We're in December. We made it to the end of the year. Final podcast episode of the year. I'm so happy to be here. First off, I want to start by thanking Big Mouth Studios, the #1 podcast studio in Northern New Jersey, in Hudson County. Can't say enough thanks. I want to shout out all the other amazing shows, because if you guys are paying attention to me and you guys are following me, then what I need you to do is check out the rest of the stuff we got going on here at Big Mouth. We have amazing shows. We have Under the Bleachers with Kevo. We have what's the other one, James, with the battle rap? Unpopular Opinion, where they go over weekly battle rap conversations and keep you up to date with all kinds of battle rap community stuff that, I mean, you need to be checking it out. We got a whole bunch of stuff on the horizon. There's great things happening here. Check other people out, support, help everybody out. And in that note, and in that, me saying that, helping people, being kind, being a good person, leading me into who I have here today, which is a very special guest for me, and I'm really proud to have him here. And I even can't believe he's actually here, because he's such a busy person, his time is so precious. So I want to, introduce my priest from my parish. This is Father Nathan, Father Arrow Nathan. And how you doing, Father?
Very good, Eric. I'm doing good. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. I'd like to get right into it. Where are you from? And then let's get a little history on you.
I'd like to introduce myself. I am Father Arrow Nathan. Arrow is my family name. Nathan is my last name. So my family is Arrow. I was born in India, 7/7/1956, with my parents Arrow, my father, my mom Cecily. So I am the middle of the three children. My sister, older sister, and I am middle. My brother. So three children for my parents. So I was born in Erayur. It's a big Catholic village in South India, in Tamil Nadu, in India. So I was born, I was brought up. That church is, our parish church name is Saint Our Lady of Rosary. It's a beautiful church built by the French missionaries. And the church has got very historical significance, more than 400 years old. And the missionaries, after French missionaries, the local Indian priests were serving the parish. So when I was baptized by a French missionary, was very kind to the people, was especially to the downtrodden.
Wow.
Eric, my background is from the beginning. In India, there's a caste system. Even we are all 3-4 generations, we are Hindus, but we are converted to Christianity by the Western French missionaries, to the Catholicism. We are baptized. So even after coming to the church, Catholic Church, as Christians, those customs were still kept there. For example, caste system.
Right.
Caste system is Brahmin, Sudra, Vaishya. So the last is one untouchables. So I don't know what God put me in that untouchable family, segregated from the whole village. So these people used to serve those so-called high caste Christians and Hindus. Wow. See, that's the background. Very, very, very poor. Very poor. My parents were very poor, but uneducated. But still, they have a lot of faith and just responsible in bringing me to the situation where I am.
Wow.
That's a place where I was born.
Right.
In that place, what I just a lot of history is there. But what I very, very sad to talk about that is the caste system divides the people.
The caste system.
The caste system. And among the Christians, there are segregation of the cemeteries, segregation of festivals, and segregation of in the place in the church. So those kind of things. But I was in that situation, studied in first my 8 years in the Catholic elementary school there, middle school. Then after I went to 1 year high school, public schools. Then afterwards, I was sent, I wanted to go to Kadalur, St. Joseph's High School, where it's called Apostolic School. It's a big school.
Right.
So that is the big step I took from all this caste situation, from the situation to come up in life to study and go for the other colleges.
So you would say that based upon your geographic, like where you geographically were raised and where you were born,
yes,
kind of molded your path to the priesthood.
Exactly. It's a very hard situation, Eric. Very, very poor situation. and also restricted. I am not able to exercise, live freely
Right.
because I was untouchable. I cannot come closer to them. I cannot go to their houses. I cannot drink water with them in their houses. But that situation challenged me, made me to work hard with the help of the French missionaries. They used to give me books. They used to welcome me. They used to preach against the discrimination, but they suffered a lot. They were very good missionaries. But that situation made me still work hard to come up in life, to go and just come up and study and come up in my life.
Right. And it's amazing to hear that because some people here in America are very closed-minded and think that racism and segregation only occurred here in America. You saying it right now, out
Yeah.
of this country, you were birthed into an area of segregation and racism, pretty much.
India is very, very, very hard about the caste system because it came from the Hindu society.
Right.
Even in the Hindu society today, everyone is following the caste system. They now at least they come up little bit to intermarriage system. But those days when I was 1956, 57, 60, 70, very, very hard. My father, my community, about 800 families, they are very slaves to those so-called high caste Christians.
Right.
So they cannot go into church. They have to receive communion after the mass, at the end. They used to sit separate place in the church, Catholic church. And when we buried, we had to go. For example, one example, when my mom died, 19, 1994, she passed away. Before that, my father passed away. So I wanted to, I was a priest that time. I used to want to take that body to the church. They didn't allow, the so-called high caste Christian didn't allow the body to be taken to the public government to the Catholic church. They restricted. Then after my mom died, that day it was a big calamity. They didn't want to enter the church. They closed the church. They closed the compound of the church. Then when the archbishop came for the mass, for the funeral mass of my mom, they didn't allow the archbishop to enter the village even. They blocked him. Then they started attacking my mom's body with the stones. Then the archbishop came. Then he came to our people's cemetery, separate cemetery. He said the mass. So it was then police came. So then afterward we went to the court. Now it's a little better, but still the caste system is there. So caste system. Then after coming to America here, the racism. So I was able to go for some worship to overcome this racism and casteism. But I was able to understand better since I suffered to the caste system. I was made able to live and cooperate with the people, talk to people, and just make the people as a community one,
Wow.
as a family.
Wow. And you speak about it so humbly because, I mean, people here in America, in the United States, they go to funerals and they argue with other family members because of possessions or things that they were left out of. You had to bury your mother, and her religion, it caused a problem in the burial, and she was stoned in the process. Like, this is incredible that you went through something like that.
They wanted to kill me.
Right.
They want to kill attack the dead body of my mom. So it was very risky situation that day.
Right.
I cannot forget that day. But that made me to overcome that casteism and racism.
Wow. That's an amazing story. And
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. You also trained besides some very interesting, a very interesting woman. I don't know if you could speak about that.
Now afterwards, after my studies in Kadalur,
Okay.
that is the first time I'm entering into a town situation. I was put up in St. Joseph's boarding. It's a miracle that I got a seat. I was waiting for 3 days outside. Then the priest, my parish priest recommended. So I was able to get the admission in St. Joseph's High School, Kadalur. It's a big city, big town, big school, Catholic school, St. Joseph's. So I was able to accommodate myself and work hard. I was not able to know to wear the socks, to tie my tie, to have the tie. That's the first time. To go for exercise, to go for public bathrooms, to take shower. That's all I learned in a professional way in that school.
Wow.
So I was there, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, those days only 11th. Then those days I was able to study well, and also keep learn discipline in my life, and also the faith, because every day there is a mass. Father M. Peter was as a principal. He was very, very good, charismatic. So I was able to go with him to learn, and just from there, I got good marks. For example, and the maths, I got about centum 100 marks. So I was able to go from there to the university in Madurai. So I studied there.
Right.
Then in between, I don't know how I become a priest, because there are many reasons. My cousin was a priest. Whenever he comes for vacation, I used to see him, admire him with a white cassock and saying mass and talking to people. So I was very admired. Then every day in my village, the mass,
Right.
4:30 early morning, the mass for the farmers. So I used to help the priest for the altar server. Though I was an untouchable boy, I was able to help the priest to serve the mass. Then that helped me the faith, that helped me to work hard, to study hard, to learn the discipline life. Eric, you cannot believe that my father was not able, very poor, was able to buy clothes. When I went to the college first time, I paid 50 rupees to one of the colleague. I got a pants to wear the pants in the college, because I cannot wear the short
Right.
anymore. So I paid 50 rupees. I bought the pants for the first time. I was wearing that PUC,
One pair.
one pair of this. Then afterwards, slowly from there, I completed my university studies.
Right.
Then from the minor seminary, I went to the major seminary in Bangalore, where I studied theology, 4 years of theology. Then that time, Eric, not only faith I learned, not only discipline, the compassionate heart for the poorest of the poor. Every weekend, Eric, we used to go and visit the slums with a
Wow.
medical mission,
Wow.
with the district. That is what I was able to work with Mother Teresa and also missionary sisters of charity, to visit those slums and help those people and be with them, identify them, go into the slums, know how, no place to even sleep, go inside and be with them and praying together, giving them medicine and giving them some help, and make those youth, young people united in games, sports, and classes. So
Right.
that helped me to work for those poorest of the poor in India.
Wow. And Mother Teresa's mission is globally recognized. She's it. What was the atmosphere and culture among those missionaries like during your time there? Like what?
Though I was very, very excited to see Mother Teresa of Calcutta. She's very strong in stature, but very great in faith, in love. Though Mother Teresa was working in the highest rich school in Calcutta, but God has spoke to her. I thirst. Because of that, he changed the congregation. He started the mission of charity for the poor, and just work among the poorest of the poor. So, in our diocese, Archdiocese of Pondicherry in India, we are able to start 3 convents, missionaries of charity,
Wow.
working for the orphans, working for the lepers, visiting the poor families, sharing with them. So they are very that helped me even to till still today to work for the poorest of the poor. That's why last 2 years ago we were able to go to Calcutta and celebrate the mass in the tomb of Mother Teresa of Calcutta. We took about 80 Americans to see Mother Teresa's activities in Calcutta, in North India, South India, and we built about 60 houses through the in a non-profit organization of Fundapas, New York City, with the help of Father Spiritual Director Father Fernando Echeverry.
Wow.
So we are able to build 60 houses for the poorest of the poor in the name of Mother Teresa of Calcutta in North India, and name of Saint Thomas the Apostle in South India, 30 houses. So that helped me even today to have the compassion for the poorest of the poor, because I see in every face, the every human being, the face of Christ. The God is in everything. No hatred. Today, I like to tell you, this is what we make the world better and united. See in every face some divinity or image of God. Then you are able to forgive, forget the faults and mistakes, and able to work together as a family.
Wow, that's a beautiful message.
Yeah.
Leading from that message, in your ministry,
Mhm.
what has taught you the most about compassion and patience?
In my ministry as a priest, here in India, I worked for 18 years.
Right.
After my ordination, I worked as a secretary to the bishops. I was the pastor. I was the principal of the school. One time in the high school, where I was a correspondent of the high school, the principal gave the wrong timetable, so that the whole group of about 40 students were not able to write that public exam. So I was furious. So what to do? I prayed to God. Then I contacted the local minister. Then through the minister, we went to the chief minister in Chennai. So we requested him. So the the prime minister, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, heard my cry and understood the situation. He made arrangement for those students to rewrite the exam and pass them. If they didn't write the exam, their
Right.
future would have gone. So that time, I was very able to control my patience and just seek guidance and just to work. Don't go back. Don't get it. Don't be just just to work hard. Just move forward.
Right.
Don't go back.
Right.
For example, here after 18 years of work in India, here I came to America. Why? Because though there in India the caste system again. Then when I after this, I invited the Archbishop to my parish in India. That time, 1,200 people received confirmation. It's a big celebration. But this Archbishop came, but the local young people gathered together and asked him question for justice. But that is the event that made me very bad before the diocese. I didn't do anything wrong, but the young people gathered and asked him question. He didn't like it. They thought the archbishop was attacked. So that made me. Then after 3 months, I went to the my parish to Pondicherry. There was a gang started attacking me. Then I said, "This is not the Catholic Church. This is not the church." So I have to decide. Then that time, some people from Washington D.C. were here. Father Venancis Fernando, who died last week, he from Narcoil, he worked here. Through him, I came into the Archdiocese of Newark. I worked as a chaplain. I studied the CPE. Then I worked for 8 years in various hospitals. Then afterwards, the hospital was given up by the diocese. Then they asked me to join the parishes. So I joined the Montclair. Then afterwards, I came here, Union City St. Joseph and Michael Parish, for 13 years. I am working here. So during the ministry, what you're asking me, the patience, the compassion. For example, here after coming here, two challenges came in my life. For us, one, the fire. 2017, March 4th, the fire came from the other block, now middle of the night. So the whole church was burnt. So
Yeah. Just real quick, because we're a Hudson County based show, Father.
Yeah.
I was baptized in that church. My father was baptized. We have a lot of history in that church,
Yeah,
my
yes.
family. So for those of you that don't know, there's a church that he is a priest at 15th Street and Central Avenue in Union City, New Jersey. It was just overnight. There was a fire on Summit Avenue. Some of the fire made its way to the church, up the block on Central Avenue.
To the bell tower.
Yep, and it ignited the church and burned the church down to the ground. And by the grace of God and you and a strong community, we were able to rebuild the church.
That time, our mayor and the senator Brian Stack, very, very compassionate, very cooperative, and the archbishop, now the present archbishop, Cardinal Tobin, came very graciously and visited us, and he consoled us. He promised that day to rebuild the church. Because of his generosity and kindness, the Archdiocese of Newark was able to rebuild the church for the community.
Wow.
That time, I was about to lose my patience. I lose my hope in rebuilding, but no, let us not go back. Yeah? Just move forward. What all God wants will be done. So they rebuilt the church. That time rebuilding the after the fire, the community scattered. So I was able to gather them once again. Then the Archbishop Colonel Tobin came for consecration of the church, the altar. Then after we were able to rebuild the community. So that time, as you asked me, the patience and the compassion is great. I was able to understand people. I was able to gather the people as a family to rebuild the church. Some of our parishioners helped us for the buying the chalice and this and that for things necessary for the church. They were very, very gracious, generous. So we rebuilt within 2 years' time. We rebuilt the community. Second challenge is the the pandemic. Many people we are about to close the church, close a school. At that time, our school principal Mary died in Mother Teresa school. So many things happened. My lot of my friends died. We were not able to say the mass. But that time, I was having able to move, visit the people and the families, go out. Even that time also, I didn't stay in the rectory. Whenever people call for funeral or a sick, I have to go, and it's very hard for me. But that is my ministry. I am my ministry as a vocation as a priest is not is a occasion. It's a ministry mission. I was called by God to serve the people in need with compassion and generosity and with kindness. And so it's a lot of challenges. But as a priest, I need patience, I need compassion. So I was able to overcome all these two challenges that came in my life here as a pastor of St. Joseph and Michael Church during these 13 years of my life, Eric.
Wow, you've overcome so much. You've seen a lot of suffering growing up where you come from. You said you worked in hospitals, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of things there. I mean, even your church burning down couldn't stop your faith, and you have a positive, amazing outlook on things, and that's probably what keeps you pushing forward all the time.
Exactly, Eric. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I'd like to move on to forgiveness, Father. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things for people.
Yeah.
What do you believe people misunderstand the most about forgiveness?
See, Eric, that's a wonderful virtue that Jesus Christ is taught us. The Christianity is teaching us today.
Wow.
Forgiveness is a wonderful virtue. It's very hard. It's not easy to forgive people who offended you, who talked badly about you, who even started killing you, who tried to give you poison, and a lot of things are happening. But forgiveness, because Jesus says, Jesus himself forgave the people who killed him on the cross. So, as a Christian, as a human being, we have to follow God. God, when we forgive people, God forgives all my sins. If I don't forgive, then God is asking me, come on, forgive. I will forgive you. You are my child. Forgive. So the forgiveness. So Jesus says, not 7 times, 770 times. Now, forgiveness is not only because of religious aspect. It's also my psychological, my physical. If you forgive people, you see you are cleaned, you are healed from the wounds, from the hurt. You feel real happiness, Eric.
You release the baggage.
Release the baggage because forgiveness always makes us worse and kill ourselves. I become sick when I'm not able to forgive people, when I'm angry, when I'm just still use words. I become sick
Right.
in my mind, in my soul, in my body. I'm not able to be healthy, Eric. So forgiveness, I ask people, come on. I know that we are all living in a world of sin, of not perfection, imperfection, wrong things, mistakes, failures in the families, in the communities, in the country. But all of us, God is asking all of us to forgive because forgiveness we learn. We had a great Pope, Pope John Paul II. He's a great Pope of forgiveness. The guy who came to kill him, then afterwards he was arrested. Pope was taken to hospital. You know the story.
Right.
Then he was in the prison. He went there after the treatment. He went there and say, "I forgive you completely." So that is what. So friends, I tell you this little secret of happiness in your life: forgive. Husband, wife, Maybe a lot of things might have happened. Forgive, forgive. Don't go immediately restoration. Don't decide anything when you are angry. When you are forgive, and just sit a while, relax, and just ask for God to give you the grace of forgiving. So when you forgive from the heart, you feel happy, you feel healthy, and also God also is blessing you, Eric.
That's wonderful. Let me go on to our youth. What advice would you give young people who feel lost, anxious, or disconnected in today's world?
Yes, I am. I was in India. I was working among the youth. Here also, for the past 13 years in this parish, we started a youth group. I know, and also I'm taking class for the confirmation students and first communion students, and also I talk to so many young people. Today, young people, we have to pay attention. We have to listen to the young people, and also young people are very precious. I'm very sorry at this difficult time because in the church, in the community, the abuse, we cannot tolerate. We cannot tolerate. I also apologize for all this happened in the church, in the community, in the world. Minors, young people are very precious. We have great responsibility to respect them, to educate them, to guide them, to love them, to forgive them, to to your of all this your perfect example will help these young people your life. You go to church, you pray, you do good things, you live an exemplary life. Your sons and daughters will follow you. And also young people, I'm telling, we have to treat them with compassion. Don't judge them, don't treat them harshly, don't make condemnation. Just love them. By love, you will get back those young people to you. In my past experience as 42 years of a Catholic priest, I'm telling this experience. Parents or anybody dealing with the young people, love them, have compassion, just educate them. You need more patience to deal with them. Young people in the modern world, what we see, they go astray, they have a gang, they go into bad habits, drinking, so many things. But of all that, as leaders, as teachers, as parents, dealing with the young people, so you treat them with compassion, have more patience. Young people are the futures of this country, futures of this world, future of your family, future of this church. So I pray for these young people, but don't give it, give up on them. Just to follow them, just you will win over them. They will love you, you will love them. You will make they will, you're making them great leaders of these nations.
It's a beautiful thing. I mean, stick by your children. I mean, it's such an easy thing to follow, and it's just so some people just give up on people so easily nowadays.
Exactly, Eric. That's what I tell them. Don't give up on them. It's not easy, but follow up them. 1 year, second year, go with them, be with them, just love them.
Right.
But you have with a distance because they're growing. So, but just by your example, by your help, they will come back to you.
Right. Beautiful message. When people look back on your ministry, how do you hope that what do you think that they'll say about how you served based upon your, when you're moving on to retirement and, you know, the legacy that you're going to be leaving behind?
In this 13 years of this great city, Union City is very great. In the Union City, in the Catholic Church, Archdiocese of Newark, our archbishops, our priests, our bishops, they are very wonderful, very helpful to me. And above all that, the Union City, the first day when I came here, I found a great leader, our Brian Stack, our mayor and the senator, Brian Stack. Is a very good person, very good Catholic, very generous, educated person, very compassionate. So when I met him, he came to know I was the pastor here, so he was able to help me anyway, anything. Sometimes when we are in trouble in the parish, is also financially, so he used to help us to pay some bills. So it was very compassionate. And with him, the board of commissioners, the police chief, especially my friend um, uh, Joe Isola, is a good companion. Anytime I can call him. There's a lot of garbage is there in front of the rectory or something. I call Joe Isola, my friend, please help me. Just he will immediately help me, send the people to take away the bag, that garbage from me. So that's why I served there in the Board of Education as a trustee for 4 years. So very very good experience. So since I worked in the hospital, I know a lot of things. Since I was a teacher also in the schools, I was able to know a lot of share my experience with those colleagues. So in my service, people are there all the time to back me up, to encourage me, to help me to
Right.
come forward, to move forward,
That's
to
excellent.
do my ministry as a leader of this community, as a pastor of this church, and also as a one of the great American of this great nation.
Wow.
I am very, very grateful to this nation. I'm very grateful to the Archdiocese of Newark. I'm very grateful to the Union City Mayor Brandstack and the Board of Commissioners and our chief official, all the friends. So I'm very, very grateful for them because they are there in my life, in my ministries of service to the community.
Wow. Wow. You're very blessed. We're all blessed to have you in our community, and the community is a great community.
Thank you, Eric.
Yes, and vice versa. As we wrap up the year, what message would you want listeners to take with them into the new year?
New Year, yes. New Year, always hope for the best. Hope for the best. 2025, God has blessed us with many, many blessings. We are alive today. Families. Some families, I know this year is very hard with a new president, with the situations, but things are going to be better and healthier, and just everything depends upon you because God is with us in our life. I'm not spiritually just advising you. I'm telling the secret because there above there is somebody. So trust in God above all that. Place God first in your life. Then trust in yourself, in your families, in your capacities, in your talents, in your charism, to work hard, to pay the bills, to take care of the children, take care of the husband or wife and the community. Everything depends upon you. Always be positive. Never ever use your tongue against yourself. Never talk negative things. Be positive. Appreciate good things that the community, the church, or the city is doing. Always be appreciative of good things. Move forward. I think 2026 coming new year is going to be a healthier and prosperous and wonderful year for all of you. I pray for all of you. I wish you at this time. I thank Eric and his father Joe Isola and this Jim who's here in the studio. I'm very, very grateful to you for this great opportunity. As I'm just also, so many years I lived in this city. I thank everyone for your help. God bless you and your communities and families. I wish you this time a merry, happy Christmas and also wonderful, healthy, happy New Year.
Wow. I mean, you can't close it any better. Father, I really appreciate you coming on the show. These are the Simply Sessions. This was an amazing moment for me because it feels now like I have a different aura around me now moving forward with doing the shows. You've brought a certain like blessing and feel into the room that I really appreciate and thank you for.
Thank you, Eric. Thank
Yes.
you, Jim.
I
Thank you
really
all.
appreciate it. So this is DJ Simply 201. We just finished off another Simply session. This is the last one of the year. I think the best one of the year. This one is something you can go back, watch over and over again, get some inspiration because I don't want to hear anybody complaining. I don't want to hear about I can't or I won't or I don't know how. This man has come from so many different obstacles and hurdles and has been able to turn them all into positives. He smiles. He keeps an upbeat attitude when the worst things are happening around him. So we need to take a lesson in that. I don't know if you are Catholic like I am. I don't know what your religion is. I don't force anyone into anything. But I do agree with him on this. And if you aren't religious, you should agree with me on this as well. Just keep a positive attitude. When things are bad, try to do the best you can to just smile and, just put your faith in the fact that things are probably going to work out. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up hope. And you know what I mean? We all got to take care of each other and love one another. And that's my message going into the new year. I'm going to have a better outlook and upbeat attitude on certain aspects. And the Simply Sessions and Big Mouth Studios, we're going to blow up. It's all a beautiful thing that's about to happen. Come with us on this journey. Like I said, pay attention to all the other shows we have here. Thank you to Father Nathan for coming in. Thank you to James and Big Mouth Studios. Thank you to PVD, Kevo, everyone on under the Big Mouth umbrella. Thank you so much to them. Support them. Thank you for supporting me. DJ Simply 201, another Simply Session.